Hey, this is Hank with Rattlesnake Cable Company. Wanted to do a short little video talking about our TRS to dual mono splitter. There's been a few questions about this product, and I thought doing a quick little video would help explain things and kind of clear what they're all about. I'm not the biggest fan of Y-Cables. I just always been not into the durability of them. Either soldering them to like one plug and then splitting right off of that, or you'd have to combine the shields to connect them. I just feel like it's a weak point in a cable, and that's why I don't want to do that. I feel like I want to come up with the best cable possible, so I always say no to Y-Cables. But because of that, we've come up with a solution that I feel is great, and that is the TRS to dual mono splitter. Basically, the joint in a Y-cable would be this box. So you'd have a TRS come in the top here, you'd have dual monos coming out of the bottom here, which would either be tip or ring. Now, you ask yourself, like, why would you need this? It's kind of a specific product. There's a few guitars where they're talking about the Rico Sound or the Gibson ES345, where they have two output jacks. One's a mono and one's a TRS, which then you could split. If I remember right, bridge would go to tip and neck pickup would go to ring, and have them go to separate amps for sort of a stereo setup. But you could have your neck pickup go to a bass amp and your bridge pickup go to a guitar amp for a different tone setup. Also, acoustic players have a need for this. So if you have a piezo pickup and say like a sound hole pickup, you can combine those two pickups in two independent signals through a TRS cable instead of having two long cables coming out of a guitar. I'll get that too, where there's some vintage style guitars where they'll have two output jacks and they want that combined into a TRS or a combining signal path at the end of the pedal board. So having that's kind of bulky. By going with a TRS cable, like a Rattlesnake TRS cable, you'd have 20 gauge conductors, you'd have great internal shielding on there, so you're not compromising the tone on that Y cable or TRS cable going into the splitter. And then you could have any length of mono cables that you'd want. So another problem with a Y cable is when you get one built or purchase one, you're kind of stuck with what you get. You're either going to get a Y cable that's X amount of feet with the two mono signals X amount of feet or inches. Who knows what your application would be down the road, where suddenly you might need a longer TRS portion or you need the longer mono runs. That would involve you buying another TRS Y cable, where a system like this, you can just start off with any kind of TRS cable, any length, and then adjust depending on your needs. So you might need a longer one day, you just buy a 20-foot TRS cable in your set. Or you put this on your board and you might need, instead of 3-foot monos, you just need 6-inch patch cables, so you can pop that in there. So our product basically has the split happening inside this box, where it's definitely much more protected than a Y cable junction point. You're definitely having a more stable environment where you can put this on a pedal board, mount it underneath, or have it on top, and then run short or long runs from this, and you're all set. So again, this is the Rattlesnake Cable Company TRS to dual mono splitter. It's available on our website right now. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys.